welcome back to Get Fit with Candy. In my last video, we talked about how to breathe with your core. That involves not just the abs, all around your waist, your pelvic floor, and your diaphragm. So the next step is that, when do we use it? The ultimate goal is that we want to be able to apply this breathing technique whenever we're doing resistance exercises, when you're moving. Now, however, how do we get from just relax and then breathing while staying still to being able to breathe while you're moving about? That learning path is not always linear. And so that's where a lot of variation can come in. Generally speaking, any exercise that involves lower body, that your hips are moving about, those are more challenging exercises for you to apply your core breathing. So your squat, your deadlift, your lunges. Those exercises, you're probably going to find that it's a little bit harder to apply your core breathing because there's so much going on with the pelvis area. Now, usually when a client comes to me and I would like to learn how to retrain their core muscles, we begin with a few positions that they can begin with. So, can they apply the core breathing while lying down, doing bridges, unweighted, and very, very easy position? Can they do the core breathing while lying on the side and then doing clamshells? Also an unweighted position. Next, we'll get them to sit down in the seated position. Can they apply the core breathing? And then bring them up to their feet. While they're standing still, can they breathe with the core? Once we have these four basic movements down, it actually opens up a lot of options. So a lot of upper body exercises that doesn't involve moving your lower body about, you can start applying your core breathing technique. So for example, one very, very easy exercise that most of my beginner clients do, and then they have a high success rate of applying the core breathing, is dumbbell bent over row. So the setup is pretty simple. You are going to bend over, your pelvis stays still, your body weight is supported by a hand over a bench. Going to take a dumbbell. You are going to breathe out, lifting that balloon, and then breathe in, dropping and expanding the balloon. Breathe out as you shrink and lift the balloon. Breathe in, expand and drop the balloon. Breathe out and lift. Breathe in and drop. So that's a very, very simple exercises that many clients have a lot of success applying the core breathing. Now, however, not everybody is created the same. For some people, some movement is going to be easier than others. So my approach in general is that we are going to basically take a very pragmatic approach to this. If one exercise you have more success applying the core breathing, that's amazing. We do a bit more of that. However, let's say other exercise that you find that it is very, very challenging. That's okay too. No big deal, because even just doing the resistance movement, you're still going to get a lot of benefit of training other parts of your body. As you become more proficient with the core breathing technique, as you're also being more proficient with the resistance movement itself, the two will eventually come together, and then you're going to find that, oh, it used to be really difficult to control my pelvic floor when I'm squatting, but now it gets easy. So there is no one particular way that I have to master this before I can do that. Everything that can actually go on at the same time, as long as we keep at the back of our mind that it is something that we want to eventually accomplish, to apply your core breathing to most of the movement that you do. So it's a little bit of a different departure from our usual video, but hopefully you do find this information helpful. And next week, we are going to continue on the topic of training your core. See you next time.